Hello everybody, hope we're all good. Right, what we've got here is Erol standard Supersonic, which wants to fall apart. Sent in really just to have strings and that put on it and upgrades. And this is Phil's Supersonic Tactical. I've had these a long time now. In fact, Phil's has gone and got dusty, as they do. So far on Phil's, I have replaced those square brass bushes things in there with rollers, bearings, and I've filed the string thing there, whatever you call that, which cocks it. Gives it a little extra bite when you're cocking it. And new cocking handle, new rope, and as always with these, look at the amount of play on that. Very rattly. That one's worse. This one's done more than this one. So there's no wear in the barrel on this, but that's just as bad. That side is not too bad, but oh, actually, no, that top one has got tons of play in it. So, when I messaged you, Phil, and said, because when we first spoke, when we FaceTimed, we were trying to get your string on, weren't we? But I couldn't really figure it out on the call. But then when I got it here, I realised you need to put your press on the underside because there's more gap here than there is on the top. So you can't put your press on the top of these like you do the rev. You can see where you were catching the paint with the bolt. But yeah, you put the press on the bottom and that will work hunky-dory. But we'll get to that when I put it all back together. But what you said, have a look at the trigger, and when I put the string in and I cocked it, the safety catch weren't engaging. So you could cock it, but you couldn't, but that had no safety because it weren't coming out. And what I found was the magnet, which I told you was stuck in there, but you said no trouble with the trigger. I must be talking about somebody else's bow, but I only had these two here, and once I hooked the magnet out, that then worked. Because I said to you, check your grip to see if the magnet is in there. I haven't got, you didn't send the grip, but Erol did, and as we can see, Erol's hasn't got a magnet in it, and that is on the handle. So they're obviously not gluing them in on these. So that might be a common issue with these. Right, so first thing I'm going to do with both of these is sleeve all these cam housings with some brass tube, as we do. Now, some of the upgrades, or the upgrades that are going on Erol's bow, we've got the front roller, and we've got the aluminium handle, thicker rope, and I made this bracing roller to go on, which would put the roller nice and back, get rid of that plastic thing. I made you a nice little set of bolts as well, all fully handmade. Now this was the string set you bought off eBay off me, and I had people say that the 150mm cables were too short, so I made some longer ones at 160, but put them side by side, you can see the difference. But this one is from Phil's bow. That's the standard factory one, and we can see that's in the middle, about 155. Maybe a little longer, 157 maybe. So when I get the first one of these back together, I'll know exactly which length is going to be right. But your main string I made, I noticed they were coming out a little bit short at about 495. So I've made you another main string as well, which is 500, which is what they're meant to be. So got plenty to do. Now, what I want to do is get a housing out. And I'll get one drilled and then get a bush in and go through that. But I do all of them on camera. Cool. How big that hole is compared to that pin. That hole must be 5mm, I should think. But those camshafts are 4mm. Yeah, that one's just as bad. Right. To the mill. Right, so the brass tube is 5.81. And my drill bit is 5.82. Because we didn't want a really tight fit. Right. Now that fits in there very nice. Just leaves enough room to put some super glue around it. No. Find a pen that work. For those that would do this themselves, and they've luckily got a lathe, you would most likely do it in the lathe with a parting tool, but I haven't got a lathe, so I use a drill and a hacksaw. And a couple of files. Gets the job done. Now the mill is set, so now all I've got to do is put all the others in, and the holes will be in the exact right place. That's a nice snug fit in there. Now we just want some super glue. And now turns nice, but there is absolutely zero play. So if we compare that to this one, all that play. See how much bigger the hole is. But that side, zero play. Beautiful. And that's surprising, the difference that make by doing these little things. Because if you had a standard brand new one out of the box side by side with one that I've overhauled, and you shoot both of them, then you know exactly where the difference is. But right, I'm now going to take all the rest out and get those all drilled and sleeves fitted, and then I shall get on with the next part. So I've got all the fills drilled and sleeved. Been a while since I've done these, but I was filing them after I drilled them, and then I just remembered I've just drilled Erols. The best way to get rid of that burr is with a snail countersink. Much better. I always say now, it's not what you know, it's remembering what you forgot. Right. Yeah. Right, so sleeve them, get them glued in, and then we can do some assembly. So last night I finished down all the sleeves and I put fills back together, and the new string links I've done are looking pretty damn good. I did make you another set of cables, obviously, because you only ordered the string, and they're way better than those standard ones that were in there. Just got to take the mag off now and sort this bloody huge gap out that's in there. Look at that. That is crazy. So yeah, just got to work the mag now, and then that one will be done. On Erols, we'll just look at that now. Look. There's no play on that whatsoever. And again, I made you another set of cables and strings, my new heavy duty ones, which are fully served. So this one isn't going to take very long now. I saw a guy on Instagram last night that was saying how crossbow sales have rocketed in the UK in the last year. And from what I've been seeing, I'm not surprised. So I'm a bit of a hermit. I spend all my time at home and only go out when I have to. So I don't watch any news, so I don't really see a lot. But I saw a video last night that has just made me feel sick to my stomach. On a train, say no more. Absolutely shocking. Right. Oh yeah. Your bolts, Phil. I went through them all and I rejected these 5 because they were either split or been crushed by a pair of pliers by the look of it. I did overhaul or rework, whatever you want to call it, 6 of them. They were the first new stainless points I made. And then I made you 5 to replace those ones out of the shower shafts. So you'll be pretty well sorted for bolts. No. Let's see how easy this will come apart. Cool, not very. Oh, there we go. No, it wasn't too bad actually. Yeah, that wasn't too bad. Had a lot worse than that. Yeah, so we got the brass in there as usual instead of wheels. So what I want to do is just file a little half round on each side of the string hook there. And you see when you're cocking it, that helps grip the string. That's the bolt rattling up and down. I wondered what that noise was last night, and then I realised I'd put a bolt in it. So what I use for these harder metals is a chainsaw file, which is 4.55 mil. That does take a while, but a chainsaw file is about all you can do it with, because they are made obviously for hard chainsaw teeth. But that's a general idea. I'm just going to keep going down and around, and that also helps stop the serve and spread when you're caulking it. There's sort of 2 main reasons for that, but Ever seen square wheels before? That really does baffle me, that one does. Where's my little flat screwdriver? Where are you? I was only using it last night. Huh. Ah, there it is. I put it back in the wrong slot. Right. Get rid of our beloved plastic. Oh, there. Before I forget. Put some glue around that magnet. Get that back where it lives. Right, so cool. Who invented these with those three little tiny screws in there? I do not know. And they're so thin and hollow inside that they just break across hair, and they screws open up and the root flies out, and terrible things. So there's our aluminium upgrade one with a thicker 1.3 Dyneema rope. Again, these are on sale for eBay. On sale on eBay, rather, for those that didn't know. And not only are these alloy, but they're thicker inside as well, because I adapted a plastic one and made it thicker. Right, so I've got that to go in. Now we need a couple of wheels. Alright, what I'm going to do is put a dowel inside the bearing and then get a piece of pipe and just tap on that inner race on that bearing, because if you try and hammer that down flat, you're going to push the outer race and you're going to make that bare and all lumpy, and for once the two that are fitted on the back aren't lumpy. Normally they are, because I don't think they fit them properly, but I shall get that seated, get the new handle and root in, get the body all back together. Meow, 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 meow. What? Yeah, yeah. I totally agree. Yeah. I'll translate. He's saying, "Can you feed me, please?" Right. I shall carry on and come back. Oh, it's nearly 3 on Sunday morning. Another busy day eBay sales. Right, so I've just took the string hook out of Erol's bow and filed it and sanded it. That had 2 really nasty sharp edges on it. But the standard Supersonic one, you got to take that pin out and then pull the hook out. The tactical ones, they haven't got all this bit, so you don't need to take them out. You can do them while they're in place. And what I did to get those bearings on there was knock the pin out and put it in the drill and just held a file on each end to take the paint off. So now they push on and off nice and easy. You ain't got to hammer them at all. So, got the new alley handle and root in. So what you do is make sure you got the magnet down and form a loop. I couldn't actually get these off. It's like the ends of the pin are burnt over. That is tight. Get my little magic block. Oh, that's better. Wheels with bearings just roll so much easier than a flat piece of brass. Can't really work out why they do that, but there we go. They do. Got the filing finished on them. Let's see now, that give the string something to grip onto. Screw that down. Holy horses. We have a pin lying on the table. And I know exactly where that goes. Yep. Well, that'd have been a bummer if I hadn't noticed that until the end. One of them, whoops, forgot some bits left over moments. They usually fall on the floor and go under the table and I don't notice them. What's going on here? You seem to have a wires crossed somewhere. Oh, yeah, they were literally crossed. This rope seems awfully long. Awfully long. I think. I'm gonna have to take this off and check it with your original. Ah, hang on. That might have got muddled up for a rev one somewhere along the line. I think that might be what the case is there. I should go check. Yep, that's exactly what happened. That didn't work very well. Oh, there we go. Right, try again. Well, that was 2 steps forward, 1 back, 1 top. Oh, there we go. Get there in the end. Dope. Can't remember which hole that was in. Yeah, it is that front one. It's handy when you got another bow sitting there you can reference from. Yeah, there's a little tip. Put your thumb on the spring and then that'll stop you losing bolts and things across the rim. Right. Oh yes, that's much better. Smooth. Right. Usually I'd run a file in these grooves and smooth them out, but this one came apart quite easily. You can see where they hammer them on in the factory because they always burr them ends over. It was a bit tight. I always push them down though, I never hammer them on. Right, now the next step is make sure your string isn't twisted, your magnet is pointing down, and your rope is on everywhere. Try to lift that rope in. Oh. It's got the tension of the return spring pulling on it. That's better. Oh, now it's nice and smooth. Right, so make sure you got plenty of a gap there for the trigger to go in. And then make sure it isn't trapped anywhere before you put this big bolt in. Because it's very easy to nip that root in this bolt and cut the root through. Voila. Gonna have to take that off and just bend that down a little bit. That looks quite sweet. Just need to set that roller down a bit. Lovely. Just one more thing. Little strap brace, that'll stop them spreading. Keep it all nice and tight. Right, we're getting there now. Trick with these, because they're open-ended, is don't do them up very tight. Well out of frame up there, aren't I? I wonder how much of this I've been doing out of view. So yeah, just a little bit of tension. And then what I like to do is just give it a little squeeze with the pliers. Right, cables in place. Put my stock on it so I don't risk breaking that trigger. Right. Brand new string. Yeah, I made you a new complete set of cables. So the fully served ones, and they're longer as well. And there we have it. Right, just got to find a little sight and put on it now, and get some sleep and then test it. Whee. By Jove, that's smooth. Cool. I ain't got a lot of room to get my hand in under this site though. It's only got short rails on it. Mounts. Right. Well, isn't that a sweet looking little thing? I'll do it. I think I'll buy myself one of these. So I got Erol's bow finished on Saturday night or early Sunday morning. I was going to test it Sunday, but that was windy and raining all day, so that didn't happen. Plus I had a lot of eBay orders to do, so I had to crack on with them. And then Monday I was going to test it and got another load of eBay orders, so that didn't happen. But it's now Wednesday and I've been testing it today off camera, having a play. But originally I was gonna give Erol these 5 tactical bolts that I made, but when I made them I made longer points and I forgot to cut the shaft down a little bit, so they were no longer any good for tactical bolts, so I was going to give them to Erol. But I've been working on Phil's tactical, and I decided rather than put that usual piece in the front, which is longer, to make up for the work I do in the back, which then puts the bolts further back, so we're only getting a little tiny bit of dry fire rather than quite a lot. I decided what I would do would be make it flush so that they go slightly forward to what they would have done, and make it suit these longer bolts. So they are what, just over 1/8 of an inch longer. And so rather than sending you the original 10 that I done for you, what was there, 6 of yours that went through, and then 5 that was there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So there was 6 that went through and 5 I didn't pass because they were crushed and split, and I made you some shower ones. But they're now going to be about just over 1/8 of an inch too short. So you're going to have these ones that we're going to go for Erol, and then last night I made you another 5 with heavier points on them. So Right, so yeah, and then I've made Erol 6 completely new bolts, which I've been playing with today, and yeah, that bow is, yeah, it's quite nice to say the least, and for those bolts, it's, yeah, but so with fills, this side is all machined now, milled. Obviously I've taken nearly 3mm out of each side of the front to allow that to go in. The work I've done at the back, so the bolts go further back, and then the cutouts so we can actually see the bolt in the barrel. And got that far with the other half last night. I got the frontal milled out, now I just got to do the back, and then that side is all finished. I've got my conversion in the back all fitted up, which I don't show on camera for obvious reasons, because that took me a long time to figure that out. Now, I noticed you did say you were having problems with this trigger, and I was playing with it last night, and that don't seem to have a lot of spring in it. So I shall be pulling that apart and having a look at that, but I was gonna get Erol's bow tested in this video, but this is starting to get rather long now, so for now I'm gonna say toodaloo and thanks for watching, and call this part 1, and get these videos edited and get part 1 up, and then I'll get working on part 2. We'll get Erol's tested and get this one finished, and then get this tested, and that'll be part 2. So thanks for watching, and please hit the subscribe, and we get over 1,000 I shall be giving a free prize away to somebody. I think I might just link that through eBay, through an eBay purchase somehow. Like maybe if you add note to seller when you're buying, just say subscribed and what your username is on YouTube, and I'll enter you into the draw. Right, so thanks for watching. Part 1 out. See you soon.